Alright, YouTube, here we are again. Just finished cleaning my gun. I've got it in my old M&P 40C box. I'm not going to keep it in that cardboard box, but as you can see, all clean, ready to go. Now, let me go ahead and clear this weapon. So again, the safety's on. Loaded magazine out of the gun, and you can see no round in the chamber. So that's what it's for. Let's go ahead and use it, right? Okay. I just cleaned it. Ballistol. I don't know if you guys use Ballistol. Switched from Hoppies to Ballistol, and I just love that stuff. It's great. Leaves a nice protective coating on the gun. Let me go ahead and bear with me here. You can see gun is empty. All right. Okay. Now, going back to the shooting of the gun, I'm going to post a couple of other videos from the range today. The targets that I have here was at 20 yards. Not really, I'd say about 3 seconds between shots. Not really focused on a whole lot of aiming. You can really tighten that group up at 20 feet if you take your time. The gun is accurate, way more accurate than I am. Now, there's a couple of people out there have put some videos out on YouTube saying, you know, everybody's pro shield, they're on the shield bandwagon. I'm here to tell you a couple things about the shield. Now, it's a lot narrower than the 40C. A lot narrower. It's like thumb's width. I have fairly large hands. I don't know if you guys watch Hickok 45. I do. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. Very big hands. He's got very large hands. I've got fairly large hands. Probably not as large as Hickok's, but as I mentioned in one of the videos, I'm 6'2". I have fairly large hands. I ordered a pair of Talon grips in the rubber finish and the kind of skateboard tape finish. And I was thinking of putting them on the gun because I heard so much about, you know, being so narrow and large hands. I'm here to tell you that I am not putting anything on this gun. I love it the way that it is. It's got enough grip for me. It really feels and shoots like a much larger gun. Now, this is not a pocket gun. Some guys have been saying, oh, great shield pocket gun. It's going to be an amazing inside the waistband concealed carry weapon. But I would not call this a pocket gun by any means. It's too tall for that, I think, and a little too long. But it is perfect in my book in terms of size. It's exactly what I wanted. I don't want to carry a gun in my pocket. But to each his own, there's other options out there. But I've shot some of those pocket guns. People were saying that this was going to shoot like those pocket guns. No way. This is amazing. If you guys have shot the 40C, this feels like a skinnier version of that. I didn't notice any more recoil with this than I did with my 40C. I am very pleased with this gun. Now, there's been some issues that nobody's pointing out any faults or any issues with the gun. Right now, I've put 170 rounds through it today. 0 failures to feed, 0 malfunctions. I used PMC and I used Hornady Critical Defense. I put about was it 13 rounds of Hornady critical defense through it. I put the 2 magazines. Actually, it was about 15 rounds through it. Now, one of the questions was, well, does it strike the primer on center? Are there any issues? When it ejects the casing, does it damage it? Can you reload them? These casings look perfect. Not any issue with any one of these. Not really sure what the concern there was. I've never heard any issues with any shields for that to have been brought up, but at least for the 40 that I have in my possession, I don't see any issues. It's a great gun. I mean, it really is. And there's a lot of different guns out there. I don't get paid by Smith & Wesson. I don't get anything for free from anyone. Actually, this is the 40C, and now this were the only Smith & Wessons that I had. Everything else I have is a SIG. And one thing I want to say about Smith & Wesson customer service, they are phenomenal. Of course, every now and again, nobody's perfect. You're going to have some experiences where, you're going to have issues. And I had issues with my 40C, Smith & Wesson. I sent it back a couple times, and at the end they were going to replace it and say, look, you sent it back a couple times, you had some issues. We're going to go ahead and take care of it for you. I said, great. So they were going to send me a new 40C, and I said, well, since the new 40 Shield is coming out, can you send me that instead? And David at Smith & Wesson customer service spoke to a supervisor, called me back and said, yep, we can go ahead and do that, but it's going to be a while. This was mid last month, or third week of last month. And then I got it yesterday. And guys, it's awesome. This is the 40 Shield. We'll probably pick up a 9 Shield for my wife. But guys, this gun, I mean, if the way this shoots, I mean, like I said, it didn't feel any snappier than the 40C. It felt great in my hands. And I had the large backstrap on the M&P 40C when I had it. Now I'm going to post another video where I shot this, and actually the video, there's a video rapid fire, a couple seconds between shots that I fired, and I'm going to post the video where I got this at 20 yards. I brought this because I realized when I played back the video, and I apologize, I'm doing this on my iPhone, that it didn't really, you really couldn't see the distance too well from 20 feet. There's not really a zoom option on here, so I was kind of limited. But I wanted to show you this. I want to address some of the concerns, some of the concerns that people had. Well, if you've got to alter the gun, if you've got to do this to the gun, then it's not perfect. You should buy something else. I'm here to tell you, I mean, I've shot a lot of different guns. There's not any gun that's perfect. But I'm going to tell you what, for a concealed carry, this is pretty darn close. I've shot the Glock 26, the 27, the PPS, and I mean, comparing this to the PPS, the Walther PPS is way snappier in 40 caliber than this. The ergonomics of this gun, the way it feels in your hand, is amazing. Again, this gun has been safety checked. Safety's on. But just the grip, the way it fits in the hand. I'll tell you what, I've got large hands with that 6-round magazine. I loved it. I love shooting it. I didn't miss the little extension. Now, one thing I didn't like, and I had read this before, and it does do it. This isn't permanently attached. It's not an issue. You don't feel it when you're shooting. It's fine. But I use the Uplula speed loader, and you've got to angle it a certain way, because if you don't, it's going to pop that up, which was a huge pain, because I kept having to popping it back up, back in, and where's this? And it was a little bit of a pain, but the trick is angle it this way. So when you're putting pressure, put pressure on this side of the base, right here, rather than that side, because that's what's going to make it pop up. Alright? But other than that, and this was comfortable too. I see what, I'm going to order a couple more magazines, but I'm going to order this guy. Makes the gun shorter. It's probably going to print less. I do have a crossbreed holster that is coming. I sold the Super Tuck Deluxe on eBay, and ordered a new one the same day. And hopefully I'll get that in a couple weeks. I'll do a review on that. Guys, if you do not have one of these, spend the $35 and get one. This is a thumb saver. Stuff is awesome. Works really well. Took me all of about 30 seconds to get used to it. And I use this to load all my magazines. And this is truly a thumb saver. Great investment. Okay, one last thing. I don't want to get too much off track. Finally found these. Basically, Hickok 45 is the first person I saw using these, and I've always used, the big old ear protection, the muffs. I'm here to tell you this stuff is great. It really works well. I don't think I'll use anything other than those going forward. Only drawback to that, though, is as this rests on your neck, if you're wearing a shirt, I was wearing a sweatshirt today, and when this moved on the fabric, it echoed the sound on my neck. But other than that, I'll tell you what, it was comfortable, kept the noise out, and they're really cool. I like them. They're about $6-7 too. They're washable. You can get replacement earbuds as well. They're really good. Just wanted to throw that out there. But again, here's the target that you're going to see in a video. I've uploaded one video. I'm going to upload a few others. I'll do a takedown video at some point. If you guys want, let me know. I'll be doing a review. I also have West German P226 TAC Ops that I will be selling. I'm going to do a video on that. I've had it for 16 years. The gun's immaculate. Original box. 215 round magazines that I'll be selling with that, but I'll probably put that on an auction site, or someone, if you think you might be interested, let me know, and I'll get you some information on that. And also do I just purchased, the reason I'm selling that, I purchased a P226 TAC Ops with the 4 20-round mags, and that gun's been flawless. It's got about 1,300 rounds through that, and simply flawless. I did order the Mekar magazines for that. For some reason SIG decided not to use those anymore, but they're the best in my opinion. But anyway, let me know if you have any questions, anything else you want to see that I may not have covered. Takedown is the same as every other M&P out there, but if you guys want to see that, I'll do that as well. But let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know your thoughts, comments, and I guess that's it. Thanks for watching.